Oh, technology. I love it. It's so awesome.
I told you not to splice the cable from the next door neighbor's house. You and the Chai girl have just got to steal Wi-Fi like a normal human.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so this is a TV10 podcast episode 0339, take 2, 3, 5?
Yeah, it's one of those numbers. And yes, we are so technologically sound. We are living proof that anybody can do a podcast. Well is a whole different story.
Any moron, shitter's full. Any moron can create a podcast. Sometimes it just takes a couple of tries to get it right.
And speaking of morons here, hey, it's your head moron. I'm Tom Milagro.
And I'm Bill Frost, and just running the wheels of steel, trying to hold the shit together here, and yeah.
Yeah, we should probably just jump into the fact that
Our one of our main recording computers is angrier than a white woman at Bill Burr right now. It's just refusing to function, but fuck it. We're on to plan D here, and who are we drinking this week?
Well, that would be our good friends from Ogden's own distillery. They gave us the Five Husbands vodka, which I've got it mixed up with some dry vermouth and added in some not regular olives, but tome olives. They're just like little small olives brined up there.
Okay.
And it's shaken, not stirred into a martini because, as I found out from Pluto TV, you can watch 007 all the time. So this is in honor of the gayest 007 ever. That is Roger Moore.
Okay.
Cheers to you, Sir Roger.
Yeah. I told you about that. Pluto TV. It's, go to plutotv.com or pluto.tv, get the app. Not a sponsor, but it's pretty fucking great. There's like thousands of hours of free stuff there just to watch. There's a 24/7 007 channel right there.
Oh, it's a fantastic thing. Maybe we should get them to sponsor us. Maybe they can help with our technological things. What
got me into Pluto TV like well over a year or so ago was the 24/7 Mystery Science Theater 3000 channel.
That's favorited on there, as well as Riff Tracks for me.
Oh, yeah.
And, there's going to be a few others down the road here. In fact, it's going to be some of the new shows that you're going to be talking about. Isn't that right, sir?
One of them. We'll get to that in a second here. Right now, forgot to tell you last week about Swamp Thing on the CW, the repurposed DC Universe show that got canceled after one season on the app. And now turnabout is fair something or other that now the DC Universe has been canceled as a TV platform. And so here's Swamp Thing turning up on the CW because, everybody's running out of shows to put on. So, you got this content lying around that not a lot of people watch. So here it is. It's like it's new to you is what's happening here. So
So basically, it pulls a Dexter in some aspect.
That's a deep cut going back to the writer strike days when of 2000 was it 2008 when
2008 sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the CBS they put they didn't have any new shows because the writers were on strike, so they pulled Dexter from Showtime. And they cleaned it up a little bit for primetime broadcast TV, which seems so fucking weird in retrospect, but they did it because they could. And here, coming up on Wednesday, The Amazing Race, season 32. They recorded this before all the shit went down.
I still can't believe it's been 32 seasons.
Well,
I know it's a whole breakdown, but still.
Well, they do 2 a year, so basically it's been 16 years, not 32 years.
Still feels long.
Just so you know, yeah. And also a show you can catch on Pluto TV on, I believe it's the IFC channel, Season 5 of the Baroness von Sketch Show for Canadian ladies. The best way to describe this show is silly as fuck. And you can catch reruns of it on the IFC channel on Pluto TV. And,
now, when you say silly as fuck, on a scale of 1 to Monty Python, where does it fall on that scale?
I don't know where it falls exactly, but it is. You'll have a sketch that'll make you just laugh yourself fucking silly at 1 second. It'll turn around. It'll be one that makes absolutely no sense the next time around.
So
and there's no.
So what you're saying is So what you're saying is it's a step above SCTV, is that right?
Maybe, yeah. But
once again, we sucker punch Rick Moranis. We're sorry. We are sorry.
And New York is back. The thing about Baroness von Sketch Show is it's like the sketches just run right into the next one. There's no interstitials. There's no chance to catch your breath. It's just bam, 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 one after another.
Nice.
Very funny. Season 3, Star Trek Discovery on Thursday on CBS All Access.
Okay. Now, how many episodes are there before I decide I need to subscribe again?
I'm going to guess 10. I don't know if they're doing the 13 thing. I know they have been running. Here's another broadcast TV repurposing. They've been running Discovery on regular CBS broadcast because they don't have any new stuff to put up. So it's there.
Oh, okay.
And get this. Here's some liberal porn for you. Some lib porn.
Oh, okay.
On Thursday, October 15th, The West Wing. It's a special to benefit When We All Vote, Michelle Obama's thing to get out the vote. And it's a stage production of what episode was it? It was one of the episodes, one of the landmark episodes of The West Wing, where you've got Martin Sheen, Rob Lowe, Dule Hill, Allison Janney, Janelle Maloney, Richard Schiff, and Bradley Whitford are all back. And also people like Emily Proctor are also going to turn up in here, and you'll have between act breaks you'll hear from Michelle Obama, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and for some reason Bill Clinton.
But no Jimmy Smits.
No Jimmy Smits here, and you got Sterling K. Brown filling in for John Spencer because he dead.
Oh yeah, that would be a big thing there.
Yeah, so this is on HBO Max. It's a very serious stage reenactment of one of the more famous episodes of The West Wing.
Now, are they? Is it going to be actually live and staged, or is it going to be like recorded and then?
Well, this has already been produced. It's already been recorded. There's no audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no audience cheering at all?
Nope. There's no audience. It's in an empty theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's okay. It's not Hamilton, but I guess it's the closest we'll get to democracy.
Yeah, this is from a season 3 episode called Hartsfield's Landing, and it's about getting out the vote. It's
okay.
Yeah, and also Friday we got another Marvel thing happening on Hulu.
Again,
Hellstrom.
Well, this is the part that I'm a little confused on with Hellstrom. I know it is a Marvel character, Damon Hellstrom, and also in this show it's his sisters involved. And I know the comics had Damon Hellstrom, and he was paired up with Hellcat, but...
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any Hellcat in here.
But here's the other question. Is it actually running under the Marvel banner, or is it going to be in its own entity?
I think it's like Marvel's Runaways and all those other things. I think it kind of fits in there. It's a Marvel thing, but it's a Marvel thing not a lot of people are familiar with it, me included. I don't know much about this at all.
I
know there's some supernatural Satan-y stuff happening. I know that. Right.
Because the whole billing of Hellstrom from the comics was son of Satan, but and since Hulu's part of ABC and it's Disney.
Oh yeah,
I
remember the Son of Satan comic series. Oh yeah, now it's coming back to me. Okay.
All the booze is now club.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I remember that comic. And coming up on Saturday, here's a couple more things, a couple more instances of liberal porn for you. On HBO and HBO Max, David Byrne's American Utopia, another stage play, but this one was filmed before actual audiences in late 2019. This is David Byrne and about 11 musicians, and this looks pretty intense.
We've talked about this before on the podcast that David Byrne's Utopia is a bit meta.
A bit meta, yeah.
Memory serves.
Directed by Spike Lee, this filmed version of it, and So anytime I see anything involving David Byrne, I just think of the Documentary Now episode where they basically parodied "Stop Making Sense" with Fred Armisen pretty much playing the shit out of David Byrne, and
Jesus.
Yeah. And also,
I'm already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at this right now in my cardboard box. Oh yeah, Utopia also has John Cusack and Rainn Wilson.
No, that's the other one.
A good idea.
No. This is different from the Amazon Prime series Utopia. This has nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
Yeah, this is David Byrne's American Utopia, okay?
Oh, wait. American or Merkin?
Merkin, stage play.
Oh, that's where I got mixed up on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of live on stage, Saturday Night Live, hosted by Issa Rae. There's the good news.
Okay.
Here's the bad news. Musical guest Justin Bieber.
Well, there's a reason behind that. Didn't one of the original music acts scheduled to be on there caught the COVID?
No. That was last night. That was Morgan Wallen, country guy, was spotted out partying at some place without a mask and not really following any protocols. And Saturday Night Live got wind of it and said, "No, fuck you. You're canceled. You're not coming." So they got,
which is great because we got Jack White.
Because you got Jack White, yeah. So with any luck, maybe Justin Bieber will be caught somewhere without a mask this week, and we'll get Jack White again.
Well, he is a Canadian national treasure, so maybe keep him around.
Maybe,
just
yeah.
To keep...
And here's something interesting also on Saturday on Adult Swim.
Okay.
Holy Kalama Vote. This is Run the Jewels, a little musical special. It's about it's another thing about getting out the vote.
Okay.
And musical going to have guests like Mavis Staples, Zach De La Rocca from Rage Against the Machine, Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age, and your Master of Ceremonies, Eric Andre. So this is going to be fucking crazy.
What's it called again?
Holy Kalama Vote. It's based on a song from Run the Jewels called Holy Kalama Fuck. I don't think you can name a special that. So it's Holy Kalama Vote. And it's a musical special, and it's also telling you to get out and vote.
Well, and if anybody is more woke as fuck than Run the Jewels, I haven't seen that band yet.
I don't know. And coming up on Sunday, you have the season finales of 2 HBO series, Lovecraft Country and The Vow. I don't know if you've been watching. I know you've been watching Lovecraft Country. I don't know if you've been watching The Vow about the NXIVM cult.
No, I figure if I want to see anything a little bit more culty these days, I'll just listen to whatever's going on with Scientology.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. I would recommend checking it out. Just you can see this guy Keith Rainier, who's the head of this cult, and the guy is basically a walking red flag. And I don't know how you get suckered in by this clown, but a lot of people did.
No, I'm just finished watching The Boys, and they kind of had their own take on what was the name of the church there, the Covenant or something like that. And I'm thinking, the way you're describing The Vow, yeah, it would be exactly like that. And fuck Fresca.
Yeah. And so that's the new stuff happening this week, and the sad news that came down this week was Glow. The previously announced fourth season not going to happen because of all the COVIDs all the time, and by the time they could actually resume production, apparently it would be too costly by then just to have everybody sitting around on contract. So they said, fuck it, we're not going to do it. So Mark Maron and the gang are rallying to get it done somewhere else, or at least maybe a wrap-up movie. I don't know. Apparently they'd already started doing some filming on it, so some of it's already filmed.
Are they wanting to kickstart this? And
yeah, maybe.
It sounds like they're trying to pull a Veronica Mars to his point.
That would be fine.
So
nothing wrong with that.
No, and that's actually a great segue.
Is it?
If you will hit the music. Oh, yes.
It's sports. Tommy Milagro. Go, team.
From the sports desk of the TV Tan podcast, we deliver to you only the important sport of professional wrestling. Let's feel the Afterglow edition. As Mr. Frost pointed out, giving us that coverage of Glow, it was also reported, and this is in the news and rumors section of SlamWrestling.net, that the cast of Glow reunited yesterday. This would be Saturday, October. Actually, hold on. What the fuck? What day are we in these days?
Are you talking about October 10th? Was that the day it happened?
Thank you. Okay. They posted a different date, which I'll have to address in a second. Anyway, the cast of Glow reunited yesterday at States, which was Saturday, October 10th, for a 90-minute conversation days after Netflix canceled the show before its fourth season. It's all posted up on YouTube. It's an hour 30 minutes. As soon as we are done recording live on air and we get this posted up, please, I'm crossing my fingers here, we will definitely get that out on our social media platforms, either Twitter at TV10 Podcast, Facebook TV10 Podcast. There's so many ways you can enjoy that right there. But now let's get into, speaking of more tragedy, it was announced that Alberto Del Rio has been indicted.
Okay.
Yes. Now, according to the news, TMZ.com, it was reported here, so I'm pulling this up here on the other computer that I stole recently, that I don't know about. Ex-WWE champion Alberto Del Rio has been charged with 4 counts of sexual assault and 1 count of aggravated kidnapping stemming from a May incident with his ex-girlfriend, officials announced. If convicted, all 5 counts carry serious penalties. This is the part. Try to figure this one out here, kids. Felony aggravated assault carries a maximum sentence of 99 years in prison. The sexual assault charges carry a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. So a conviction could put Del Rio away for a long time, it goes on to say here. I won't get into the whole details, but yeah, Del Rio, and the guy was doing a lot of things after WWE. He did MMA Combate Americas, and he was even doing some some MMA fights where he got knocked out by Tito Ortiz. So, he and CM Punk have something in common, getting knocked out by MMA fighters. But I digress. More on that story if and when it develops, but seriously, it is not good for Del Rio. So now let's move over to AEW. Now, last week had the episode celebrating 30 years of Le Champion Chris Jericho, and it had all sorts of cameos from not just the wrestling world, but also the rock world, like, and I kid you not, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Slash. It is a delight to see. I think those little bon mots are out there on AEW's YouTube channel. I'll see if we can find that and post it up here. But also, it was announced that Le Champion, did you know that he's also an author, Mr. Frost?
Oh, man, he's doing more stuff?
Oh, God, yes. I mean, I already have a couple of his books, A Lion's Tale, as well as Chris Jericho's Undisputed. His latest book that he is going to be doing is it's going to be called The Complete List of Jericho, scheduled to release sometime in the spring of 2021. And again, coming from SlamWrestling.net, this is a collection of every one of the 2,722 matches I've had in my career. I've written down every one of them over the last 30 years, he states. Over 100 rare pictures from my personal collection, top 10 lists, infographics, and more. And let's see, if you had to guess, where can you pre-order that book? Go.
Not a sponsor, Amazon.
No, actually, it's the Scribe Store, but still, not a sponsor.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, okay. Not everything has to be Amazon. That was kind of my point right there. Moving along.
Don't tell my Jordan.
We also have... this Wednesday is going to be the 1-year anniversary episode of AEW Dynamite on Wednesday proper.
Only a year.
Yeah. And they are still making waves. The big match announced is going to be, for the TNT title, it's going to be the American Nightmare, Cody again, squeezed Orange Cassidy. It is the match for the ages. Now let's move on to some more tragedy. WWE. That joke could just write itself any other time. But two terrible things happened. First of all, this is the serious one. Candy Cartwright files lawsuit against Matt Riddle, WWE, and Evolve. This is according to Figure 4 Online from the Wrestling Observer pages. Candy Cartwright is suing Matt Riddle, WWE, Evolve, and Gabe Sapolsky, who is part of Evolve, for $10 million per defendant in a sexual assault lawsuit. And Cartwright has made allegations towards Riddle as part of the Hash Brown Speaking Out movement here. And again, won't get into any of the details because it's a bit graphic here, but the fact is WWE has stated and conducted their own investigation. They couldn't find any of the allegations, so that's why Riddle's still on WWE programming. But looks like they're going to a civil trial here. We'll have more on this. We are following this story as it develops. And again, speaking of more tragedy here, the WWE decided to do its, and I use the term loosely, draft. And it sounds about as exciting as I'm making it here at this point. So, according to, again, SlamWrestling.net, the results of the draft on this morning's Talking Smack from WWE, Humberto Carrillo is now to Raw, and Blake Murphy is a SmackDown. Drew Gulak goes to Raw, and Kalisto goes to SmackDown. And Tucker, formerly of Heavy Machinery with Otis, is going to Raw, which thus breaks up the tag team. Now, Mr. Frost, how excited were you by any of that at all?
Not at all.
Uh-huh. And that's why WWE is not a sponsor. Not for any other reasons, by the way. But finally this.
I did not know certain wrestlers were assigned to certain programs. I thought they floated all over the place.
You know, that normally is the case, but of course it's the WWE universe, so they want to create the importance of brand superstars with brands like Raw and SmackDown and to some extent NXT. But honestly, it is the opinion of the Sports Desk that it feels like very yawn-tastic.
I know, I'm thrilled.
Well, get thrilled by this here, kids. Now, last time we did this episode here, which I know nobody fast-forwards to the Sports Desk, thank you. I was wondering why my music bed wasn't working there. We have announced before that the NWA, in conjunction with the United Wrestling Network, UWN, was doing their little pay-per-views called Primetime Live, which you can subscribe on Fight.tv, and you can get each of these episodes for $7.99.
Not a sponsor.
Per episode, or you could get the whole bundle, like, say, episodes 1 through 4, for $24.99.
Still not a sponsor.
We'll work on that here. I've had a chance to review each of the episodes 1 through 4, and I have found, as of this, all 4 episodes have been so good. How good are you, asking yourself, true listener?
How good are they?
And I answer, well, that's a very good question. So what I highly recommend for all of our listeners is you should go onto SlamWrestling.net into the pay-per-view results section, the PPV results section, where you can see the articles that I had posted up online.
Well.
Yes, I have mostly the first article will deal with my taking of episodes 1 through 3. Episode 4 is a little bit more detailed. As of this writing, though, all of them worth the price tag. So basically, what I'm trying to say, WWE, is, yeah, you're $9.99. You're $9.99 of nothing at this point.
Aww.
Which brings me to episode 5 coming up, which I'm going to get the bundle again to review. It's been announced, this is on on United Wrestling Network's Instagram page. Primetime Live is going to feature, for the women's, Elena Black against Heather Monroe. Then it's going to be the United television champion Dan Joseph going up against Dominic Kubrick. And finally, for the main event, is going to be Fred Rosser versus former WWE superstar Chris Masters in competition. So as we are talking about this live on air, I highly recommend not only you take that opportunity to go to FITE.tv, subscribe for the bundle of episodes 1 through 4 of Primetime Live, but also if you want to review how awesome I am at reviewing these and recapping these episodes, go to slamwrestling.net and see all the action that I'm going to be recapping, especially episode 5, which should be up around Wednesday of this week. And I do this because it's time for a side hustle to sports.
It's sports, so Tommy Blago. Go team.
See, wasn't that worth the build-up right there?
So worth it. So totally worth it.
Well, it's the least I can do for all the fans of the TV Tan podcast.
Yeah, I saw King Goots post something about Devotion coming to Broovies. That's coming up here in a couple weeks, right?
Very good question. And Devotional Championship Wrestling, and we talked about it before. You could catch it on Amazon Prime as well. I believe it's under Al Snow Wrestling Academy. But all the same, October 23rd has been slated. That's a Friday, folks. 7 p.m., where you will see the Broovies bar match. It should be worth the price of admission.
Yeah, they're calling them
as well.
They're called bar fights. Clever.
Bar fight.
Clever, yeah. You'll have to miss one. I guess they'll have to have one less screening of Tenet, but I think they'll be okay.
Have you figured out what the fuck Tenet's about? Because I haven't.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. I do know.
I'm waiting for.
They do have another movie playing there, Save Yourselves, that I'm kind of interested in. It's a comedy, a horror.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a horror comedy, and I just want to give Broovies a shout out for not screening War with Grandpa.
Thank you.
The number one movie in the country right now, which I saw like a couple of months ago now. It was there was a screening, there was a advanced screener copy or something out there floating around, and I saw it. It's a wholly unremarkable movie that is now somehow number one in the country because there ain't no movies out.
This is what we've been resorted to.
Yeah, so that is your fuck that movie recommendation. War with Grandpa. Don't go near it. Don't even try. It's the worst. But I will recommend that you watch the new season of Archer. It's episode after episode, just fantastic on FXX. Doing great. Loving it.
Wait a minute. You're trying to go after Cyril? He's the best spy? That was my favorite line thus far this week.
Oh, yeah. That and, of course, The Boys. Now you can binge the whole thing. And I don't know if you've been paying attention. There's a it's not called Talkin' Boys, but it's basically what it is. There's an after show for each episode hosted by Aisha Tyler called it's Prime Rewind or something like that, and they have different cast members on, and it's pretty entertaining. I'd if you're really into The Boys, I would recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Inside The Boys. On the plus side, Chris Hardwick's not involved.
No Chris Hardwick whatsoever. Yeah.
We at TV Tan Podcast can guarantee that Inside The Boys is 100% Hardwick free.
Yes, it is. Thank God. All right. And and of course the new season of Fargo. So far, so fantastic. Loving it.
It's a bit of a slow build at this point.
Little bit,
but
yeah.
I have to say, but with Chris Rock just at the center of it all, and I never thought I'd say this in my lifetime, but Jason Schwartzman is really an underrated actor.
Oh yeah, he's great, and mostly if you can keep acting with that little flop of hair in your face the whole time, that's an acting masterclass right there.
Oh, and the pencil stash, yes.
Spot on, yeah.
Let's see, what are some other great shows that we can recommend a lot harder? Let's see. I think we covered most of them.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, we got most of them.
Yeah. I will say, though, if you missed out on Saturday Night Live, oh, yeah, and for white women in cancel culture, if you're offended by Bill Burr, have you not seen him outside of The Mandalorian?
Yeah, Bill Burr's opening monologue was basically him coming out and knowing everyone was going to hate it and just plowing through anyway. And that was toned down Bill Burr. That was broadcast television Bill Burr.
Yeah, and this is my deep cut right there. If you thought that Bill Burr was offending you, try and it's out on YouTube. See Bill Burr stand up against angry Philadelphia fans for 10 minutes, just running each fan the fuck down. And no, this man has no fear. But if you think, oh, that's a little too much, then let me recommend Jim Jeffries and Tolerant, because it's really the same thing. It's just one sounds Australian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like how he ended the monologue with, "That's my time."
Oh, I love that part.
Like it was open mic night or something. It was hilarious.
Oh, and white women, just sit next to me and get your talking to.
Yeah. So we want to thank Ogden's Own Distillery. That's right. Did I get that right?
Yes, you are absolutely correct.
With the Five Husbands.
Yes, and also they are the fine purveyors of Five Wives vodka, which is the same as Five Husbands, but, labeling. And, of course, Madame Pattery Gin, Porter's Fire Liqueur, The Underground, and also we have to thank our other sponsors. They are in the Utah and Salt Lake area: Sugar House Distillery, Outlaw Distillery, Bohemian Brewery, which I forgot to ask Mr. Frost. How are you doing on your pallets of beer at this point?
It's thinning out a bit.
Oh, dear. Do we need to get you an emergency growler there?
Possibly, yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't say no.
Okay. Well, while Chola Furiosa and I are bumming through and burning down the Fury Road to get you that liquor, we'll be making a stop to our good friend Ivy at Booze Tea. But if you happen to go to any of these distilleries and breweries that we recommend in Utah, for the love of holy Kalama boat, just wear a fucking mask. How hard is that?
And tell them TV Tan sent you.
And more importantly, this is the line you start with. What are you going to be doing these days, Mr. Frost?
What?
Yeah, that's a good point.
What?
How can people follow you these days?
Oh, are we doing that? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something else? Or?
Nope. It's just, yeah. I was, what was I doing? Who the fuck knows? You should reach out to us and follow us on all the things. TV Tan Podcast at Twitter, Facebook, and Gmail. You can follow me at Bill_Frost on Twitter. And, and Tommy Milagro, of course, on Twitter. How did you score that handle?
Luck. That's just what I do. It's a miracle.
Yeah,
see what I did there?
Yeah. When I first signed up for Twitter in 2009, there still is a Bill Frost just squatting on that handle, and don't know who it is. They've posted nothing. It's just sitting there as Bill Frost, and I would take my case to Twitter, but they don't give a fuck about me. See, I've been trying to get verified forever, and I see people who work for major news outlets who have thousands and thousands fewer followers than I do get verified instantly because they work for a corporation. And also, just recently, Borat joined Twitter, instantly verified. Me, I've been lobbying for years to get verified on Twitter. Nothing. So fuck them.
Well, maybe you just need to threaten the right when wish the death of the president, and that'll get you on Twitter's radar in a quick.
Well, I do that in my heart, so if I do it publicly, I could see some better results. I think so, yeah. All right,
yeah.
That is, rate us on the things, whatever you listen to us on. I recently made the switch back to Stitcher because Podcast Addict was fucking with me.
And so now this time Podcast Addict is fucking with us, but Stitcher.
No, not the podcast. You can still use it to listen to us. I was just saying, me personally, for my podcast listening enjoyment.
Oh,
there was some fuckery going on, so therefore I went back to Stitcher. Stitcher is a stupid simple podcasting app. It has no bells and whistles whatsoever. It's just like hit play, go. It's for morons, basically, but it works.
But the other platforms, let's recap them all. We got Stitcher, we got Apple Podcasts, we got YouTube?
YouTube, maybe? Yes.
Google
Podcasts.
Play?
It is Google.
Thank you.
Yeah, Google Play Music is shut down, if it's on its way to being shut down. And also, TuneIn Radio, Podchaser is another one out there. Yeah.
Oh, Spotify. Don't forget Spotify.
Spotify's a big one, even though we're not making any Joe Rogan money off of that. Only Joe Rogan's making that money.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ever the optimist. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget Deezer. I think that's still a thing.
Oh yeah. God, I would love to meet the person who uses Deezer. If you're a Deezer user out there, please reach out to us. We would love to hear from you.
Yes.
I just really want to hear that.
And of course, if you want to find all of the stuff that Bill Frost is doing, whether it's articles or our podcast, or even plugs for his bands like Magna Vega, which hopefully will be rocking one day. What's the website to go to, sir?
BillFrost.tv. And
for myself, again, I actually got something to do now. So follow all of my articles at slamwrestling.net.
Okay.
And I'm in the PPV, that's pay-per-view results section. That's where you're going to see any articles and recaps I do on UWN Primetime Live. Please tell me you read them. Please comment. And yes, I welcome all the hatred.
Oh, you're actually asking for comments, huh? Okay.
Yeah, even from our Canadian friends. So, welcome and bonjour to the Quebecers.
Okay, cool. All right, that's it. TV10 Podcast, episode 0339. Back next week, maybe with a better computer, maybe a worse one. Who knows?
Well, is that the time that we are done here, sir?
Good night, America.
And jiggle that handle and shove that computer down the toilet and just try to watch.